Alright, today we're going to do a video on an explanation of how to do an evac and recharge using an AC system. We've got our Chevy HHR here. What we're going to do first is we've got the machine powering up. We'll go ahead and get our hoses hooked up. The blue hose is going to be for your low side, and red hose is going to be for your high side. Tell the difference because of the diameter in the connectors. So go ahead and find our connections here. It's going to be our high side here. We'll go ahead and get that hooked up, and we'll get our low side hooked up here. We'll go ahead and open up the valves. You don't need to go super tight with these. We can just go down just until you get contact.
Lesson it is. So I'm going to find that out about 2 o'clock in the morning.
Alright, what we'll do, we'll go ahead and take a look at our gauges here. We've got just under 50 on the high side and just over 40 on the low side. With the vehicle off, the static pressure should be roughly around what the current temperature is. We checked it, we are in the low 50s, mid 50s, so it's about right now. So what we'll do first is we'll hit recycle, which is the same as recover. That's going to remove all the refrigerant and oil from the system. We'll go ahead and hit continue here. We've got the hoses connected, we've got the valves open, so we'll hit start and we'll let it run its course. Alright, what we see here is it's switched over and now it's draining the oil from the lines, so shouldn't take too much longer. So here we go. Now it's switched over, and once it has drained the oil, it's recycling the refrigerant now. It'll tell you how much it's recovered and how long it's got left to go. So we'll go ahead and let that run, and from there we'll go to the next step. Alright, so we're approaching the end of the countdown on the recovery process. It's finished now. It's going to clear the hoses. I don't know if you saw it before, but it said it recovered about an ounce. It's a trainer vehicle, so it may or may not have gotten fully filled last time someone was working on it. So we'll wait, and once it gets done clearing the hoses, we'll move on to the next step, which is performing a vacuum. What that's going to do is it's going to vacuum out all the air and moisture, and it's going to get rid of everything that may be in the lines before we charge the system and put new refrigerant in. So the recycle is complete. We have here that the amount recovered is 1 ounce, which, like I said, may only be at that level just because the last time it was worked on, it didn't get fully charged. So what we'll do is we'll check the oil bottle, and we'll see that we're at about 200 milliliters. So we'll go ahead and hit in. Before we go, we'll go ahead and start the vacuum. So it's going to check the pressures to make sure that there isn't any pressure still left in the lines. Alright, and we'll go ahead and hit continue. And we'll go ahead and hit yes. And we'll do a standard vacuum. And we'll just do a couple minutes. And we'll do a leak test as well. Alright, and while that's running, doing the vacuum, we'll take a look here. And if we look here, you can see that we're going to use our 134A refrigerant, and we're going to use PAG oil. The system's going to take 0.9 pounds of refrigerant, and that's what we'll put in when we go to do the charge. So what you want to watch during the vacuum process is you want to watch your level of vacuum. Absolute vacuum is going to take you down to about 30 inches of mercury. So as long as you get 29, 30, somewhere close to that, it should be all right. Right now we're at 28.7 and climbing, so we should hit 29 here. Actually, all right, so we're approaching the end of the vacuum. So the vacuum is done and it's checking the leak. It's going to check it for about a minute. And we'll go ahead and let that run as well. Start. Alright, so what we'll do is right now it's asking us to add oil. So what we'll do is take a look at our specs and see exactly how much oil we need to add into the system. Alright, so we've got our chart pulled up here, and we've checked our compressor, and we're looking at a 6VC compressor, which is going to take 5 ounces of oil. And just to double check, we look at our refrigerant charge, it's going to be 0.9 pounds or 14.4 ounces. So we'll go back over here and we'll hit add oil now. Vacuum is complete. Alright, and what we'll do now is we'll hit charge. Alright, and we've already took a look at our chart. What we'll do, we've done our math already, and the 0.9 pounds converts over to 14.4 ounces. This machine is only going to allow us to do the 14. It's not going to let us do a 0.4, so we'll go ahead and do 14 ounces. 14.4 ounces is going to be the max. So we'll go ahead and put 4 ounces to charge it, and we'll do the high side. Alright, and it's going to do a clearing, and then it's going to charge, and we'll watch our gauges and make sure that they get up to pressure where they should be. Alright, so the hoses are clear and it's began to charge, and we can see that we're getting pressure on the high side and the low side, and we see that right now it's at the 12 ounces. So we'll just give it a minute to complete. Alright, so right now it says that the charge is complete to 14 ounces. So we'll hit continue. So what we'll do is hit start to evac the hoses, and what that'll do is it'll flush the rest of the refrigerant out of the hoses and into the vehicle. Alright, so instructions are telling us to disconnect the high side hose, start the vehicle, and turn the AC on max. So we'll go ahead and close the valve. And we'll disconnect our high side hose. Go ahead and start the vehicle and turn the AC on max. Vehicle started, AC on max, we'll hit continue, and right now it'll equalize the hoses. Alright, now we'll disconnect the low side. And we'll hit continue. And now it's going to clear the hoses so that it's ready for the next use. While we're waiting on it to do that, we'll go ahead and check the temperature at our vents. Make sure that we're blowing out cool air, and confirm that our charge was successful. Alright, so not checking the exact temperature, but we can feel in front of our vents that we do have cold air. So our charge was successful. From here we would use the thermometer to check the temperature at the center left vent. Make sure that we double check that with the current humidity, current ambient temperature, and so that we're blowing at the maximum temperature that we could. That concludes our AC evac and recharge. Thank you.